Good day. We are the Group 5 from BIT 4K, major in Food and Service Management. Today, I will introduce to you our research paper entitled The Role of Automation or Artificial Intelligence in Food and Beverage in Rodriguez Rizal in the year 2021. This is the content of our thesis colloquium, background of the study, statement of the problem, scope and delimitation, conceptual model, and research design. And for the background of the study, according to Caldwell, year 2012, the implementation of robotics and automation in the food sector offers great potential for improved safety, quality, and profitability by optimizing process, monitoring, and control. And to continuation of the background of the study, we will discuss by Mr. Jordan Ramos.
For the continuation and background of the study, we know that we live in a modern world where technology is rapidly developing. Especially now, we are in a crisis where pandemic really affects the lives of everyone. On the other hand, it also have a negative impact on the workforce. In each industrial revolution, the adaptation of new technologies directly contributed to massive gains in productivity, boosted economic activity, increased per capita income, and lifts workers' quality of life, which each country are trying their best to make their technology also develop. In the Philippines, kiosks can be seen in many restaurants and fast food chains. The most popular are from McDonald's, who introduced self-ordering last 2018. So, our technology here in the Philippines are trying their best to put the gap between other countries and to us when it comes to technology. As automation are expected to take some jobs over food and beverage services in the future, the researchers want to know the future of the food and beverage service industry, as it will be affecting many lives as well as the other aspirants of entrepreneur. And for the next topic will be discussed by Ms. Camille Labado Cabigay.
And for this statement of the problem, we have the major objective. This study aims to evaluate the role of the automation or artificial intelligence (AI) in food and beverage in Rodriguez Rizal in the year of 2021. Specific objectives. First, what are the demographic profile of the respondents in terms of their age, year of experience, role to food and beverage industry as they identify themselves as crew, manager, or customer. Second, how do the respondents evaluate the role of the automation or artificial intelligence in food and beverage in terms of their technicality, services, and appropriateness of the service? Third, is there a significant difference among the evaluation of the respondents when a group based on the demographic profile in the role of the automation or artificial intelligence in food and beverage in terms of the above mentioned criteria? Fourth and last, what infographic could be developed based on the response of the respondents? Next, for the discussion of the scope and the limitation will be discussed by Maylene Ballesteros.
For the discussion of the scope and delimitation, our study is a quantitative research that focuses on automation or artificial intelligence in the food and beverage service industry, particularly in Rodriguez Rizal. In this study, we were going to conduct a survey questionnaire and a non-random sampling technique for the group of respondents from different barangays of Rodriguez Rizal that already has their experience of using automation or artificial intelligence in food and beverage service industry. The research were expected to be done at the end of school year 2022. For the discussion of conceptual model, may I introduce to you Ms. Merjin Manalo for the discussion of it.
I will be discussing about the conceptual model of this research entitled The Role of Automation or Artificial Intelligence in Food and Beverage in Rodriguez Rizal in the year 2021. For the figure 1, it shows about the conceptual plan and evaluation of the survey questionnaires. For the input, the researcher will be used questionnaire and to be answered by the respondents, which is the manager, crew, and customers. For the process, it has the administration and retrieval of questionnaires, and we will be using statistical treatment of data, and we will going to analyze and interpret the collected data. For the output, it is expected that the researcher will be collected the demographic profile of the respondents and also the evaluation of the respondents to the role of automation of artificial intelligence in food and beverage industry in terms of the above mentioned criteria, which is the technicality, service, and appropriateness of the service. It is also expected that the researcher will identify the significant difference of the evaluation of the respondents. For the figure 2, it shows about the conceptual plan in developing the infographic. For the input, it has the result of the study based on the evaluation of the respondents to the role of automation in food and beverage industry in terms of the technicality, service, appropriate of the service. Also, the researcher will use computers and mobile phones, editing apps, and guidance in making infographic. The researcher will also use books about technology in additional information. For the process, it is expected that the researcher will have the process in development of the infographic. For the output, it is expected that the researcher will have the developed infographic based on the result of the study about the role of automation or artificial intelligence in food and beverage. For the discussion of research methodology, here is Mr. Jonathan Fortes.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Fortes and I'll discuss to you the research methodology. The method of research that we will be using in this study is descriptive research. It is the research design in which data is collected in qualitative manner and analyzed using quantitative procedures. It also refers to scientific methodology in which observation of the sample population is carried out in its natural surrounding. This study will describe the data through collecting, classifying, and interpreting the answers of the respondents from the survey that will give sufficient evidence about how the role of automation helps the food and beverage industries in terms of technicality, services, and appropriateness of the service, all throughout infographic. And here's Harold Jean Lumugdang to continue the discussions.
For the continuation of the discussion, I'm about to discuss the sources of data and data gathering instrument. For the sources of data, we conduct a survey to only 50 random research samples with both customers and employees. The survey will be held by Municipality of Rodriguez, Province of Rizal. The research samples are residents from Rodriguez, Rizal, particularly those who has already experienced services from fast food chains or restaurants who offers self-service kiosks, except the researchers. Then next, the data gathering instrument. So the main gathering instrument that we use in this study is the checklist survey questionnaire. The survey questionnaire was in the form of checklist and used to evaluate the following criteria such as technicality, services, and appropriateness of the service. Each element in the criteria was rated using rating scales with the corresponding qualitative descriptions such as strongly agree, neutral, disagree, and strongly disagree. Respectively, it will be modified and validated by the research 1 and 2 professors. And so for the continuation of the discussion, here's Miss Maggie Shane Delgado.
For the discussion of data gathering procedure, the first part of the study is to determine the 11 barangays in Rodriguez Rizal, including Balite, Burgos, Jeronimo, Macabud, Mangahan, Mascap, Puray, Rosario, San Isidro, San Jose, and San Rafael. There are 50 research samples randomly selected from these barangays. The survey questionnaire will be given to the respondents through the means of Google Form. The data collected from the answers of the respondents will be analyzed, evaluated, and interpreted by the researchers. The result of this will help the researchers to come up for conclusion and recommendation for the study. Next, statistical treatment. All the data that we'll collect, tabulate, organized, statistically treated, and analyzed using Microsoft Excel software. The statistical treatment that will be used is mean. Mean, it was used to determine the average score of the evaluation of the respondents from checklist survey questionnaire in terms of criteria, such as technicality, services, and appropriateness of the service. And for the references, it will be presented by Miss Jennifer Hodgson.
For the references, here's our 20 RRL, 10 related studies, and 10 related literature regarding the role of automation or artificial intelligence. Again, we are Group 5 from BIT 4K in FSM with a research entitled The Role of Automation or Artificial Intelligence in Food and Beverage Service Industry in Rodriguez Rizal year 2021.